Hey guys, what's happening? This is Forgo Nation, and today we're going to attempt to clear with Wolverine, and this is the team we're going to be using. We're going to be using Shuri for her tier 2 passive, which increases damage dealt to supervillain types by 45%, and of course decreases all damage received from supervillain types by 35%. I know I always repeat this stuff, you guys, but there's always maybe a new viewer that's never seen it before, so I kind of like to go over it real quickly every time. I know it can be a little, redundant after a while, but hang it, just bear with me, you guys. And we're going to be using Nick Fury for his leadership, which is a 50% increase of all attack, and his passive, which is increases damage dealt to supervillain types by 55%. And also gives super armor, but Wolverine already has super armor. Now let's take a look at good old Wolvie here. My Wolvie has 28,500 physical attack. He has 127 attack speed, 58 crit rate, max critical damage, max ignore defense, and max skill cooldown. He has 5-star physical attack Urus and some 5-star crit rate Urus. He's built up pretty good, guys. All of his slots are amplified. I mean, he's built up pretty good. He has all level 6 skills. Now, something about Wolvie that's awesome is his 4 skill here. It gives him an ignore dodge rate by 40%. So if you're facing Corvus, which we will be doing, you only need to have 60% more ignore dodge, whether you're getting it from your strikers, your obelisk, or both, which is what we're going to be doing. So that's pretty sweet. He has a stage 6 Power of Angry Hulk set, and he has a CTP of energy with a 2% damage proc. He has a 24% ignore dodge. So you only need, with the 40% ignore dodge he's getting from his 4 skill, I only need 40% more ignore dodge. And his uni is at normal. Now I gotta say something, guys. I just learned that this guy's tier 3, his all defense down doesn't apply to world bosses. What the hell, man? I mean, very uncool. I don't really like it. Why is a native tier 2 that gets a tier 3 not getting a decrease of all defenses? Why? That's so freaking stupid. I mean, this guy's already pretty much set up to be a PvP character, which I know for a lot of you guys, maybe that's pretty cool, but for me, that bumps me out. I'm all about PvE. And knowing that his all defense down doesn't apply really doesn't incentivize me to want to tier 3 the guy. My love for Wolverine, if I tier 3 this guy, my love for him will be the only reason I tier 3 him. It will be the only reason. And that kind of bums me out. That kind of sucks, man. God dang it. But let's take this guy into stage 50 Corvus. And let's see how he does. Let's rock and roll. So for Corvus here, the rotation, I changed it up just a little bit for this guy. And I'll explain why in a minute, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit Wolverine's 4, cancel into the 3, and then hit the 5. And that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. Then I'll use the 2-1 or the 1-2 after that, either one. And the reason I'm doing it like that, guys, is because if I let that 4 play out, 1, I want the ignore dodge on the 4 before I get the proc on the 5. And 2, I'm doing it like that because the 4, when them tornadoes are out, you can get caught in them frickin' tornadoes from that 4. So I just like canceling that sucker so I can try to avoid getting caught in those tornadoes. That's a real annoyance. And it works out pretty good doing the 4, canceling the 3, canceling 5. Sometimes you'll get the damage proc from the 3, but most of the time you don't. But I'm doing this, like there I did, but for this video, I'm just going to be pouring it on. I'm not going to be holding back and waiting around for Corvus, and screw that, man. Wolverine attacks. He doesn't wait around. So we're just going to go balls to the wall, use the purple button, bring in as much damage as we can, use Nick Fury's attack buff when I can, and just give it to old Corvus. That's what we're doing here. Bring in the pain, if you will. And you guys see for my strikers, I got Scarlet and Sue for my crowd control. I got Deadpool for the all defense down. I got Luna for the 10% damage dealt to supervillains as a striker, and just having her as a striker. And I have Songbird for some ignore dodge. I have a total of 84% ignore dodge, which is enough, guys. Really, you want 100%, but 84%, it's okay. It's enough. And right now, Wolvie's not doing too bad, but something you should always remember, you guys, is that when you're using Nick Fury, you're more or less getting like a double support at the same time. You're getting the 50% all attack, and you're getting the 55% damage dealt to supervillains. So it's more or less like a double support. And I'm running Shuri as well for that extra 45% damage. So this really isn't all that impressive. I mean, it's okay. And it's not terrible by any means, but it's not all that. It's not like Sabretooth. Sabretooth, I can bring in She-Hulk with him. You know, he's not even getting near the amount of extra support damage that Wolvie's getting, and he can clear this. You know, my Wolverine's level 68, my Sabretooth's level 66 and could clear this. So, yeah, it's not really all that impressive. And there we're going to use Nick Fury's attack buff. And pour it on. Proc came a little late there. But man, I am salty about that all defense down. I know that doesn't seem like a big deal, but that is a meta-breaking mechanic in this game when it comes to World Boss Ultimates. And you guys know me, I'm all about World Boss Ultimate. I'm all about destroying these guys. Now there I got the attack buff from the 3, which is pretty cool. A lot of times when Corvus, he goes into 9 frame and he comes down to land, if you hit the 3 right when he comes down to land, you can get that attack buff from that 3 and then cancel into that 5. Which works out pretty sweet. And I'm just trying to bring the pain. There's Scarlet. Come on in, girl. I mean, it breaks my heart, the whole thing with the all defense down. I mean, I can't believe they're not letting that apply to World Boss Ultimate. I'm sorry, guys. Maybe I'm being a little salty about it, but it's just... I love this character, and I just want him to be as strong as possible. And I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like Netmarble dropped the ball a bit on this. I feel like they dropped the ball. I don't think they really did him as much justice as they could have. Yeah, in PvP, he's pretty freaking awesome. But, I mean, he can still be destroyed by Captain Marvel, who pretty much destroys everybody. And he's just, you know, he's fair. He's okay. He's good in PvP, but in PvE, for a native tier 2 that gets a tier 3, nothing special at all. Which is a real freaking bummer. Man, that annoys me. But I still might tier 3 the guy. Like I said, guys, I love this character, so... if I tier 3 him, it's just going to be because I love him. It's definitely not because of anything that you're getting from making him tier 3. Except maybe extra HP and more damage, but not as much damage as what I think a lot of us would like to see. But anyways, as you guys can see, he's not going to get it done. But I think if I had the uni at Mythical, he probably would have got this done. And I did miss the proc a few times, and that makes a bit of difference, but yeah, it's definitely possible he could have done this with this team. But let me know what you guys think about tier 3 Wolverine, you know, if you have him, what do you think about the all defense down. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.